Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is what I call my 3-2-1 box, and that is because it is 3 inches that way, it's 2 inches that way, and it's an inch that way, which in metric is going to be 7.5 centimetres by 5 centimetres by 2.5 centimetres. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue quite so well, but I love this box, and actually you can get 2 of these from one sheet of cardstock, whether it's 8.5 by 11 or it's A4. And look how cute it is. And actually this was a project I designed a long time ago to hold soaps of this particular size. But obviously, I'll get my teeth in, you could put sweeties or treats or anything like that. And it's very pretty, the little fluttering butterfly on there. And the ribbon just to, well, just the decoration really. It's not particularly to hold it closed because that does itself. So let me just try and slide that back on. It's not going back on, let's just pretend it is. Right, so you need a piece of cardstock that in inches measures 4 inches by 9 inches. So obviously by the fact that a piece of cardstock is 8 inches or a little bit more, you can get 2 going that way. So 4 by 9 or 22.5 by 10 centimetres. With the long side at the top, the scoring comes at 1 inch, 4, 5 and 8 inches, which in metric is 2.5, 10, 12.5 and 20 centimetres. Then you turn it round and you score it at 1 and 3, which is 2.5 and 7.5 centimetres. So let me move that out of the way, and I'm going to grab my bone folder because I want to fold and burnish these score lines. This is Blushing Bride I've got here, this cardstock. This one, the background one, is Night of Navy, which is just such a beautiful, rich blue. And that's because this DSP, which is Flower Pot, gorgeous, love it. It's so pretty, it's so very me. Those are the colours that are in it. And it's also got Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Garden Green, and what's the other one? I think that's Calypso Coral. Let me have a quick look. It is... doesn't say, it's Tangerine Tango. That's the colour that's in there. So I've picked out the Blushing Bride this time. Unfortunately, our new seam binding ribbon comes in that colour, which is lovely. And then I've got our new cotton ribbon that I'm going to wrap around this one. So before you start putting it together, you need to trim up various parts. So come along and have it in the horizontal, on the landscape way, horizontal. Cut up all of the score lines and notch into the squares, because each of these parts are squares and obviously these are rectangles. So if you notch into the squares, you know that you're A, not going to cut the wrong part, but B, get a beautiful, professional, smooth, gorgeous finish to the close of the box, and you're not going to have bits sticking out or gaping or stopping it closing prettily. None of that's going to happen. So I'm just going to notch into all of those parts and just keep going. So there we go. Oh, there we go. Picked up the last one. Whoops, get rid of all of this. Right, before I stick it together, I want to put the DSP on it. So I'm going to fold it out. Actually, that was a good job I didn't put the ribbon on. I'll fold it out so you can see. Obviously, we don't need it on the bottom or the bits that are going to be inside. So you need one large piece that measures 2 3/4 by 1 3/4 of an inch, which is 7 by 4.5 centimetres. But you do need 2 long thin bits for the side and 2 short narrow bits. So the long thin ones are 2 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch, which is 2 by 7 centimetres, and then 2 that are 1 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch, which is 2 by 4.5 centimetres. So don't worry about writing it down. You know the drill. It's all going to be on my blog. So those parts, I'm going to show you where to put them before you close it all up. So we'll do the centre bit first, because that's going to be the first one. That's the easy part, and that goes in the middle of either one of the squares. At this point, we are symmetrical, so whichever one you choose is going to become the top. You then need these two to go top and bottom of that part. So a little bit of snail on those. So that's going to go top and bottom of those. And these parts are going to go to the left and right. position those in there. And then now it's just a case of sticking it together. Now I used fast fuse on there, but I decided to get myself tangled in it, so for the purposes of the video, just going to use some snail. But you could use sticky strip or liquid glue or whatever you fancy. But now what we need to do is actually build the base first, because the top only has two sides. It's actually detached, you can see it there. So if we build the base first and put all four corners attaching to that, you know you're on the right track. So start at that end, close and close there. And then these ones here with this central panel, they also need to close into this part, which has just unstuck itself. So that's the base done, which means that this now is definitely the top. Can't get that wrong. And that's how it all closes together. Isn't that pretty? Right, this is my lovely new cotton ribbon. Is it called cotton ribbon? It is called cotton ribbon. I've got so many new things that I'm going to confuse myself with names. So, and this is Blushing Bride, and there are, oh, let's have a look, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different colours. I've got a lovely rainbow of them, all just off camera, just there. Those of you who are on my Facebook page, you know that I use bathroom caddy shelves. You know those things that you stick your shampoo and stuff in? I use those to hold my ribbon. I will maybe take a photograph and add that to my Facebook page. Oh, let's see if we can tie a bow. Can I? Cross your fingers, everybody. I've done worse. I've done better. It's a bit skew-if, but that's okay. I can pretend it's gorgeous and perfectly lined up. Like I say, it's just for decoration. If you're bow challenged like I am, you don't need to put that part on. Whisper White cardstock. I've got my beautiful Papillon Potpourri stamp set, and I'm picking out this butterfly here because pretty much it kind of matches. It's just as delicate and elegant. So one of those, and then another one. I'm going to show you in a second what I want to. Punch them both out. The lighting is so dreadful that I can't actually see what I'm doing. There. And I forgot to get my pearls out. Let's try those. So I need 3 of them. And typically I haven't got 3 in a line, have I? So I used them all on a project earlier. So I'm going to put 3 there. So I hope this is showing up on video. Seriously, it's 25 past 11. For those of you who watched Monday's video, you know I started at 11. It's now 25 past 11 on video number 2. Right, what I'm going to do now, I want to keep this one flat, and this one I'm actually going to fold in half, but around those pearls, so you can't see that, it doesn't close up completely. You've got a little bit of depth to it. It's not folded itself in half. Mini glue dot that I'm going to try and roll to make it thin in there, and then I'm going to position this exactly over the top of the other one, so you can see that's completely over the top, but when I lift the top one's wings up, it sort of looks like it's taking flight. I'll make sure that the photos show that properly for you, because otherwise it just looks like I'm talking rubbish. Which I probably could be. I'm not. Mini glue dot on the back of that. Pop it off at the bottom. And that is my sweet little 321 box. Let me see if I can get this ribbon quickly back over. Can I? Yes, there we go. So my 321 box. And I really like it, and I hope you do too. Oliver really liked my original, the one I posted on my Facebook page the other day. He squashed it. I can't find it now. It was around here just now. It's gone. It's probably squished it even further. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.